Everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. Yesterday, when I checked my Mbuna aquarium, I found one cichlid that did not look good, and that got me to thinking. So that's the purpose of this video, to share some information with you, so please stay tuned. In the mornings, when I feed my communities, I watch to make sure they are all eating and behaving as they should. This morning I noticed a cichlid sitting on the bottom, breathing heavy, clamped fins, looking lethargic, and refusing to come to the surface for food. Now these symptoms are a precursor to many diseases, so it's almost impossible to guess what the cause could be. I am a firm believer in isolating sick fish, so that's exactly what I did. Dealing with sickness is something that we will all face at one time or another as we travel this journey as aquarists. There are many things our fish can and will be exposed to over the course of time that we probably won't even be aware of. Doing our best by providing excellent care, we will still experience fish loss. Do not lose heart, because we can prepare ourselves by learning about diseases our fishes may contract, how to prevent them, treat them, and recognize them early. I'm going to go over a few of the most common sicknesses we face. Swim bladder disease. This shows up in your fish in a few different ways. The swim bladder is just that, a sac or bladder that helps keep the fish buoyant. When a fish has a swim bladder problem, it will have difficulty swimming or controlling its movements through the water, sometimes looking like the fish is paralyzed. Often the fish will have labored breathing due to stress of not being able to swim properly. Swim bladder issues can result from physical damage, such as a fish jumping and hitting the floor. More common than that are the dietary problems like poor nutrition resulting in constipation. It's always best to separate sick fish for a couple reasons. One is for their own benefit, so they can heal in peace without being bothered. And two is to protect the community from the sickness. So first you want to up the salt, doubling the dose to help ease breathing, increase buoyancy, and also help with digestion. Don't feed your sick fish for the first 3 days. On the 4th day, feed a couple of shelled peas, just 1 or 2, and hopefully they will accept it. If not, try again the next day. Then you can soak a couple pellets in salt water and offer that. This sickness can be cured, but it usually takes time, 3 weeks at least, is what I find. High-fiber foods such as peas and spinach can relieve constipation. I feed my cichlids peas on a regular basis as a form of prevention. Malawi Bloat. This is common among African cichlids. You will see symptoms of enlarged bellies, labored breathing, little to no appetite, white stringy feces, and lethargy. Unfortunately, this disease is often fatal once these symptoms have manifested themselves. Malawi bloat is caused by too much high protein in their diet, poor water quality causing stress, which in turn lowers their immune function, which allows the protozoans in their intestines to multiply. The protozoans are microorganisms that live in the intestinal tract. Once they begin to multiply, they can cause a blockage. In treating Malawi bloat, first thing you do is a large water change and then treat the tank. There are many meds for this, so I won't highlight any one specifically. Anytime you medicate your aquarium, it's always important to make sure and remove the carbon filter if you use one. I'm not a big fan of treating my entire tank unless it's absolutely necessary. I will isolate my fish to treat them separately, but either way is fine. Ick or white spot. This is probably the most common of the 3 I've mentioned. Ick is very easy to identify as it looks like someone salted your fish. You will see small white spots or bumps on your fish from head to toe, gills and fins included. These are the physical signs you will see. Before the spots appear, there are some indicators that may point to an ick problem. Pre-warning symptoms of this disease again include clamped fins, lethargy, heavy breathing, loss of appetite, and flashing or fish rubbing themselves onto corn sand like they are itchy. These warning signs are precursors to other diseases as well. This is my primary reason for isolating any fish I see showing these signs. With ick, you could possibly save yourself an outbreak by removing the fish if there are no visible spots yet. But once the spots appear, it will infest your entire aquarium, as ick is highly contagious. It's typically better just to treat your whole tank to be safe. Higher salt content, as much as doubling the dose, is required, along with raising the temperature slowly over a few days to as high as 90 degrees. Ick cannot survive in high salt content water or high temperatures. There are also medications to treat your aquarium, but in my experience, I have been lucky and salt and high temperatures have been all I have needed. Popeye, and I don't mean the Sailor Man. This is when one or both eyes are bulging or sticking out. It's quite noticeable and you really can't miss it. The cause of this is simply a bacteria infection. The best remedy is to do a frequent water change for a couple of days. You can also treat the problem with medication, but by changing your water and supplementing the fish's diet with vitamin-enriched foods, it should heal well on its own. These 4, I believe, are the most common ailments, although there are many more. I strongly suggest you do a little research to equip yourself with knowledge so you are prepared. I have dealt with all of these sicknesses at one time or another. It's part and parcel of this hobby. You will have to deal with something in time, so a little preparedness is your best defense. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.